Have you ever wondered how a single cyber attack can compromise millions of devices worldwide? It's a mind-boggling phenomenon, isn't it? But this is not a mystical process. It's the work of a powerful and cunning creation of the cyber world called botnets. A botnet, in simple terms, is like a puppet master. But instead of controlling marionettes, it controls internet-connected devices, turning them into bots or zombies. These zombies could be your personal computer, your smart TV, or even the security camera at your front door. These devices, unbeknownst to their owners, perform tasks at the command of the botnet operator, who could be sitting hundreds or thousands of miles away. But how does a device become a bot, you ask? Well, the process typically starts with something called malware. This is a malicious piece of software that can be unknowingly downloaded onto a device. It could come disguised as a harmless email attachment, a software update, or even a free game. Once the malware is on a device, it can turn it into a bot, ready to follow the commands of the puppet master. Now, one bot may not seem like much, but imagine millions of these bots, all controlled by a single entity, all working together to perform a task. This could be anything from sending out spam emails to launching a distributed denial of service attack, better known as a DDoS attack. The collective power of these bots is what makes a botnet so formidable. And why would anyone want to create a botnet? Well, there are numerous reasons. Some do it for financial gain, like stealing credit card information or launching ransomware attacks. Others do it for ideological reasons, like taking down the website of an organization they disagree with. So the next time your device starts acting funny, it could be more than just a glitch. It could be a part of a botnet. That's what botnets do. They create a network of zombie devices operating under the control of a malicious actor. Now that we have a basic understanding of what botnets are, let's dive deeper into how they actually function. At its core, a botnet is a network of compromised devices, often referred to as bots. Each of these bots is essentially a device that has been infected with malicious software, also known as malware, without the owner's knowledge. This infection typically occurs when a user unknowingly clicks on a malicious link or downloads a tainted file. Once infected, the device becomes a part of the botnet. So, how does a botnet operate? Well, it's all about communication. Each bot is remotely controlled by a central command and control server, or CNC server for short. This server sends instructions to the bots, and they respond by performing the requested tasks. This could be anything from sending out spam emails, launching a distributed denial of service attack, or even mining cryptocurrency. The CNC server is the brain of the botnet, dictating what each bot does. But how do these servers communicate with the bots without being detected? They employ a variety of methods, including peer-to-peer networks and domain generation algorithms. These methods help to disguise the botnet's activities, making it harder for cybersecurity professionals to detect and disrupt. The real power of a botnet comes from its size. The more bots there are in a botnet, the more damage it can do. This is why cybercriminals are always looking to expand their botnets by infecting more and more devices. However, not all botnets are used for nefarious purposes. Some are used for legitimate reasons, such as distributed computing projects where the combined processing power of multiple devices is used to solve complex problems. But regardless of their purpose, the mechanics of botnets are the same. They infiltrate systems, communicate with a central server, and carry out tasks as directed. And it's this combination of stealth, coordination, and raw power that makes botnets such a potent tool in the hands of cybercriminals. As you can see, the workings of a botnet are complex, making it a potent tool in the hands of cybercriminals. So what happens when a botnet strikes? What is the potential impact? Well, imagine, if you will, a swarm of locusts descending upon a lush field. The field represents the internet, the locusts are the botnet, and the devastation they cause. That's the impact of a botnet attack. Botnets have the power to launch large-scale attacks that can disrupt services, compromise user data, and wreak havoc on the digital landscape. Firstly, let's talk about distributed denial of service or DDoS attacks. These are one of the most common uses for a botnet. In these attacks, the botnet floods a target with so much traffic that the system becomes overwhelmed and can no longer function. This can lead to significant downtime for services, potentially costing businesses millions of dollars. Secondly, botnets can be used to compromise user data. This is often achieved through a method known as phishing. The botnet sends out deceptive emails or messages that trick users into giving up their personal information. This can lead to identity theft, financial loss, and a whole lot of trouble for those affected. But perhaps one of the most nefarious uses of botnets is their ability to spread malware. This can include anything from viruses that corrupt data to ransomware that holds a user's data hostage until a ransom is paid. In some instances, the malware can even turn the infected device into a part of the botnet, further fueling the cycle of destruction. To illustrate the potential severity of botnet attacks, let's look at some real-life examples. The Mirai botnet, for instance, was responsible for one of the largest DDoS attacks in history, knocking major sites like Twitter, Netflix, and Reddit offline for hours. Then there was the Configure botnet, which infected millions of computers worldwide and caused untold amounts of damage. So the impact of a botnet can be devastating. They are digital weapons of mass destruction, capable of bringing even the most robust systems to their knees. But fear not, for while botnets are a significant threat, understanding them is the first step in defending against them. To wrap up our exploration of botnets, let's summarize the key points. We've learned that botnets are networks of hijacked computers, controlled remotely by cybercriminals. They're like puppet masters pulling the strings behind the scenes, using these enslaved machines to carry out nefarious activities, from sending spam emails to launching massive cyber attacks. The mechanics of botnets are complex but fascinating. They involve infecting computers with malware, commandeering them into a network, and then using that network to perpetrate cybercrimes on a grand scale. Botnets can cause significant harm. They disrupt services, compromise personal data, and can even impact national security. The scale of their potential damage underscores the critical importance of robust cybersecurity measures. It's crucial to keep your systems updated, use reliable antivirus software, and be cautious about clicking on suspicious links or downloading dubious files. Remember, in the world of cybersecurity, knowledge is your best defense. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and stay safe.